Make some noise. Song number 1 right there. All right, gentlemen, get a quick drink of water. Make any adjustments that you do need to make, and we'll be going right over to Iron Bow for song number 2. You know, Walter was talking earlier, and, you know, his dad put a name to all of his rocker styles. That he's perfected it throughout the years. And his dad said, you know, I'm going to name your brand. I'm going to brand your rockers known as Chief Rockers. So, you know, if you are fortunate enough to have one of these rockers, I do believe you brought some down too, didn't you? Yeah. So if any fancy dancers are looking for possibly a rocker, come on over and talk to Walter. All right, how we looking? As we have Iron Bow ready to go. All right, song number 2, Iron Bow. Contest is on. Make some noise right there. How about a round of applause for group number 1? All right, gentlemen, make a line and face the opposite direction. Man, I tell you what, I hate to be a judge to see these gentlemen 35 and over getting downtown Boogie Brown right here this afternoon. Group number 2 will be making your way into the arena. We're going to be going into the same format. Southern Boys, song number 1, Iron Bow, song number 2. As we are going to be hand-picking, we'll have no names until we get to the finals. Finalist number 1 right there as we're going to our next pick. Finalist number 2. Finalist number 3. Finalist number 4 right there. We're looking for one more, I do believe. Again, these judges have their work cut out for you. All categories. There's a lot of top-notch dancers here this weekend. And there's our 5th dancer right there. How about a round of applause for our remaining dancers that weren't selected? Again, we want to say thank you for bringing your dance style and honoring our relative here, Mr. Henry McClellan Sr. All righty, so I believe our second group is on the dance floor. All of you judges make your way around. Again, we'll be dancing for $1,000 to our champion, $500 for second, $300, $200. So $2,000 for this special right here, sponsored by our arena director, Mr. Walter Runs Above. All right, how we looking, Walter? We got the high sign Southern Boys Contest, group number 2.
Any cars that are parked by the white tents or in the porta potties, move them right now.
Round of applause, song number one. All right, gentlemen, get a quick drink of water. Make any adjustments that you do need to make, as we're going to go right into song number two here very, very shortly. You know, Walter was talking earlier also about this rocker. And, you know, he was asked to make a rocker for Henry some time back. And he had many mixed emotions as he started making this rocker for this well-known gentleman in the family of this men's fancy style. He had so much respect for him that he had to make that rocker about 9 or 10 times because he felt that it wasn't good enough to be able to carry on. And so one of the times I would talk to my big uncle there, Billy McClellan. We were talking about this rocker, and he told me, he presented me one at Stroud Pow Wow many, many years back. And he told me, he said, it's not how many rubber bands you put on this rocker. It's not about the feathers, but it's about the placement. And so I always remembered that, you know, being a young man, you know, the placement of where you put that rocker on your head, and it's going to move. It doesn't have to move. You don't have to rock your head back and forth. It'll move itself. And so with that, we're going to go to song number two, if you would, Iron Bow Contest. Round of applause right there, song number two. All right, gentlemen, make that line and face the other direction, as our judges will be selecting 5 out of this group to go into the final go-round, the championship go-round over here, as we are going to be making our selections right away. All right, there's our first dancer, our second dancer. Again, if your dancers selected, cheer them on. Let them know they've done a good job. All right, there's number 3. Dancer number 4. We're looking for one final dancer as we are going to go right into the finals. There he is right there. How about a round of applause for our remaining dancers, as that's what they'll be taking home with them. But we want to say thank you for bringing your unique style of fancy feather dancing. Again, we have many different representation from all over the United States as well as Canada here this weekend. And man, oh man, I tell you what, these songs are, man, top notch right here. All right, so we're going to give our second group finalists a little breather really quick. But we're inviting everybody to come back out and find a little piece of real estate. All right, at this time, Henry comes over and he says, nephew, he said, I want you to say a few words, for me. And he says, he's just very, very thankful. His heart is very proud today and filled with joy. He wants to say thank you, tenfold to Walter and the family for thinking that much of him, also, but not only him, but our McClellan bloodline, our Sac and Fox relatives. Whenever you talk about that, you're talking about the whole family. And so he's acknowledged that McClellan family that we have here today. But also, you see some of my McClellan relatives that are standing here. It's good to see them, and it's good that you see that support. For many years, as Henry traveled throughout Indian country, he has met a lot of you dancers that are here. And some that even came down to support just through friendship that aren't dancing the fancy feather, but just wanted to come down. But he met a lot of you through his big brother Billy because of a great dancer that he was. He was, he put a lot of our fancy dancers on the map coming from the state of Oklahoma. And so, he's just heart is filled with joy. And if he could give each and every one of you fancy dancers something, he would. But again, he just wants to say thank you to Walter because, whenever he lost Billy, his big brother there, he sat back for 10 years. And when he came back, that helped to fill that void that he had, at the same time losing a son. And so, just wanted to make mention of some of these things that, he looks at Walter as a nephew, same time as a son. Amongst our Sac and Fox people, we call our uncles Noth, that serves as a father. We don't have a word for uncle or auntie. It takes that next role. And so those are just some of the teachings and some of the things that Henry has asked me to say on his behalf here this afternoon, this evening time. But with that, we're going to be getting some more instruction. I believe all of our finalists are out here. Our last two final songs are going to go to Iron Bow. So Iron Bow, you will have the final two songs. All ready? All right, how we looking, Walter? How we looking, Henry? All right, gentlemen, we're going to go to two final rockin' songs for our finalists. With that, we're going to go on over to the good sounds of Iron Bow Contest, song number one. Durant, Oklahoma, make some noise. Right there, song number one. As we are going to allow our dancers to get a quick drink of water and go to song number two, we're going to kick it back over to Iron Bow. Man, I tell you what, some of the songs that you're hearing, you don't hear those every day down in here in Oklahoma. But we always want to invite each and one of you fancy dancers down to White Eagle Park, third weekend in August. Man, I tell you what, you'll hear some of these songs. They'll be dancing to songs that you don't ever get to dance to on the Pow Wow Trail. You know, these songs have a lot of meaning. They have a history. They have a story. And so these songs that you're hearing this weekend, provided by Iron Bow and all of our Southern drums, you know, they hit different sometimes. And I tell you what, boy, it's good to hear, you know, these songs being rendered here this weekend on behalf of my uncle here, Mr. Henry McClellan. You know, there's a history over in White Eagle Park, over the Ponca Nation, but our Sac and Fox people, we also have a history that's not talked about, it's not shared, and it goes back to Thomas McClellan also. So I'm going to mention some of that, but with that, I believe we're ready to go. Song number 2, Iron Bow, if you would, you are on the air. Contest! Choctaw Casino, make some noise for these men's fancy feather, Piachin and Mako. Round of applause right there for our finalists. Man, I tell you what, holy moly, man, I can't, made me tired just of watching. And these guys are 35 and over, danced to 4 rockin' tunes, man. Yeah, them guys are gonna sleep good tonight, I tell you what, boy.
All right, we need these judges to come on over to the drums. We need Randy Paskaman, Shorty Crawford, Gabe DeRozier, Amos Little Crow, and Angelo Begay. Report over to YBH, Young Buffalo Horse. We're going to go right at our intertribal contest singing ASAP Below. Once we do that, we're going to get right into another special, and then we're going to get right into powwow mode. Boy, we're into the good mood. While you're judging, Marty, I'm going to call up the drums. Thunder Boy, Otter Trail, Kozad, Yellow Spotted Horse. We want you at the pay window, back at an announcer's stand. That's Thunder Boy, Otter Trail, Kozad, and Yellow Spotted Horse. We need you at the pay window, back here. And now we need all the ones that are not highlighted there. Marty, kind of hang with me. We need Cassie Supernaw, Damian Scott Jr., Tiago Warrington, and Negozis Whites. And then we need Josette Schofield. We need you at the back to get paid. And the women's division, we need Zoneda Omoyo, Mitchell Baker, Amos Yazzie, David Cleveland, Josie Fox, Sarah Bointy, and Maurice Begay. Holy, that's a lot of them. O.J. Lilcook, Michael Plumley, Whitney Sage, Tristan Lasley, Lonnie Sage. Who? Oh, Louis Sage. And we need, that's it. Those are the ones. Report at the back of the announcer stand, or we're going to cut your money loose to us over here.
All right, thank you, Howie. Fourth place winner will be selected at this time as Reggie Marcindebar making his way around. Fourth place winner, round of applause, Mr. Ryland Baker, Newtown, North Dakota. All right, he'll be taking home $200. Our fourth place winner taking home $300. Third place winner, Mr. Darrell Hill, right here. All the way from, I believe, all the way from Wisconsin, I do believe. Yeah, by way of Tama, Iowa. Got captured. All right, we're going to go to our second place winner, taking home $500. Nigel Schuyler, second place winner, $500 winner, all the way from Detroit, Michigan, by way of Sacramento, California. 8 Mile. Mom Spaghetti. All right, our champion, again, will be taking home an awesome denim jacket, as well as $1,000 and bragging rights for 35 plus and the Henry McClellan Senior Men's Fancy Special. Also being picked by, a champ many times over there at Ponca Pow Wow, Mr. Joe Boyenty has the honors. Your champion, Shorty Crawford. Man, I tell you what, how about a round of applause for our remaining dancers that were not selected?